Darcy Williams grew up in a small town in Maine. She was raised by her grandmother because the girl's mother had died in childbirth and her father had left the family long before she was born. However, when Darcy was 20 years old, Mrs. Williams died from a long illness. There were no bounds to the grief of the girl because now she had lost her only close person. At that age, she did not have a boyfriend, although the girl was very beautiful. Some young people tried to win her heart, but their attempts were unsuccessful. And then, Tim Burton appeared in the city. He was sent there by his wealthy parents, who wanted to dampen his ardor a little. He immediately drew attention to the modest beauty. Having met the girl in the store, Tim approached and invited her to the cinema. Darcy agreed. That evening, the girl was happy for the first time in a long period. The guy came on a date with a bouquet of flowers and behaved like a real gentleman. Since then, young people began to date. Darcy considered herself Tim's fiancée, but the young man looked at the situation in a different way. In fact, he was not ready to give up his wild and free life. The news of Darcy's pregnancy caught the couple by surprise. According to the provincial girl's views, this meant the upcoming wedding. But Tim told her that he was not ready to become a father, and they had to break up. The girl did not expect such a betrayal from her lover. Soon Tim returned to his parents, and rumors began to spread around the city that he had seduced and abandoned the pregnant Darcy. Every day, the girl felt the unkind looks of the locals, who considered her immoral. Unable to bear this, with the last money she bought a train ticket and went to a big city. Then she got a job at a sewing factory and started a new life. She settled in a hostel and also began to earn money with 3D modeling, which she had been fond of before. Soon she graduated from computer courses and got a new job. When her son Mark was born, she did not stop working, but only transferred it to online. With one hand she rocked his cradle, and with the other she created projects. So 7 years had passed. The director of the company noticed the talent and determination of the girl and appointed her to the position of the head of the department. She took out a mortgage on the house and hired a nanny to look after Mark. One day, her boss sent her on a business trip to Chicago. As Darcy got into the cab and started going through papers to prepare for the presentation, she suddenly felt the driver's gaze on her, and then she recognized this man. "Tim, it's you. What are you doing here? I'm glad you recognized me. As you can see, I'm working, and you have become a real business lady," the man answered. He told her that his parents' company had gone bankrupt and his father had died of a heart attack. However, the stories of all these troubles did not touch the heart of the young woman. "Can we try to start all over again?" Tim suggested. "No. Let's not get back to the past," Darcy replied coldly. "I can't talk anymore. I am late for the plane." She paid Tim and got out of the car. The young man was looking at her rushing to the airport gates and thinking what an unforgivable mistake he had made 7 years ago.